Welcome to the Soulside Talk Show. I'm your host, David J. Dill. This is another episode of Friday Night Fire, episode number 10 in our series dealing with Dr. Albert Einstein's statement. He said that the most important decision we make is whether we believe we live in a friendly or a hostile universe. That statement is a gift to the world. You've heard me say it before. If you've been following me in this series in the previous episodes, I'm just going to keep saying it. I believe this man's statement is a gift to the world because of the fact that he's giving us a multi-dimensional understanding in one sentence. This man, he power packed one sentence with several things to think about. Okay. And so I just want to make sure that we cover every angle that we can of this particular statement because there are people who are really benefiting from the teachings of it, the explanations of it. There are many of us who have been in the church for a long time and we already have a very good, thorough understanding of biblical concepts and scriptures. And to hear what we already know to be true, to be confirmed by science, and to hear other spiritual gurus who are, we'll just basically refer to them as non-religious mentors in this same exact subject matter. They'll use terminology that is not typically associated with the church. They'll use different vernacular to say the exact same things. Okay, and this is what I'm finding. There are many different religions around the world who teach these exact same principles. Okay, and so we understand that these principles indeed are universal. So for those who are cerebral, I'm talking about the ones who really like to learn and study and, you know, call us nerds, whatever you want to call us, bookworms, whatever, you know. My grandfather had a nickname for my dad. You know, my dad, he was extremely studious, highly encouraged by his mama, the one I know to be Big Mama, right? Dad was just, his nickname was Book. He was just a studier. I mean, this man was in the books and he, you know, graduated from high school and college earlier than most. And he was recruited up at the Redstone Arsenal Army Base in Huntsville. That's why I was born in Huntsville. And Huntsville's known as the Rocket City. And so all of you who are familiar with history and the Cold War and understanding what it meant to catch up to the Russians in the space race era, my dad was involved there. And I'm very happy to talk about him in that regard, to let you all know that I'm very proud of my dad. And he was taught to believe in himself at a very early age. He was taught to believe in his capabilities, you see. And so, you know, this is the same kind of encouragement Dad gave me. All right. And so I have to share it as well with you. All right. This is just a part of who I am because of who my dad was and who my ancestors are. Right. So in this regard of understanding how universal laws apply to everyone in all dimensions. And see, this is the very big important thing to understand. The ancestors indeed are trying to let us know, you know, this is a universal law that applies not only here in this physical realm, but also in the spiritual realm where we originated and where we still exist. You see. And so understanding what our purpose is and why we came here is highly important. Understanding that our inner being has conversations with us on a regular basis to let us know whether we are in tune with why we originally came here or not. Letting us know when we are missing the mark and when we are on target according to feelings that are sent our way from within. When we're on track, when we are enjoying our life's journey the way we intended when we first got here, or when we first decided to come here and embark upon this physical journey in a world where thoughts become things. When we made the decision to do that, it was our intention to enjoy ourselves along the way by focusing on things that we like to see in our imaginations first, in order for them to play themselves out in physical reality. We knew that that's why we wanted to come here and have fun, manifesting the desires of our heart from within with the full power of God on our side to do so, in a way that is loving and beneficial for all, according to the parameters of a friendly universe, the friendly universe where we all originated. Yeah. So, to replicate heaven's reality here on earth, this is what Christ did when he came to fix our miscreations, or show us how to fix our miscreations. You see, by creating things that we don't like and don't want, we didn't really come here for that. We didn't, you understand what I'm saying? We did not come here to create hostile universe scenarios that are harmful and like nobody really likes or wants. But we had to have something else to believe in, because our world where we originated from has no such reality. You see. And so in this physical world, we have the opportunity to believe in a universe that is completely opposite where we came from. And we started off in this life doing exactly that, believing in hostile universe scenarios, believing in attacks, believing in that. There's just a whole long list of things I don't have time to go into right now for the sake of this show. I'm just letting you know that the hostile universe scenarios that the world believes in plays itself out all over the world every day, and we are focused on it. And if we focus too much on it, we replicate those realities in our own lives. So the only sphere of influence I have is mine, right? I have no control, I have no say-so over what you do or what the other person does or what anybody else. I have no ability to control anybody else, just like nobody else has the ability to control what I think about and what I choose for my reality to be. You see. So each and every one of us who are magnets, we attract. Each and every one of us is attracting to ourselves realities based on our thought life. Okay? And so if I'm focused on hostile universe scenarios, that's what will begin to play out in my life. And I'll think that because in the hostile universe reality, there are attackers, there are villains, there are victims, and there are victors in the hostile universe. Villains, victors, and victims. So because I'm believing that way, then these different scenarios have to play themselves out, because that's part of the package deal of believing in the hostile universe in any way, shape, or form. If you believe that anything in the hostile universe is real, then that means it has the potential to affect you in whatever way, shape, or form the hostile universe decides that it can affect you in order to confirm your belief. You see? So we don't have to believe in what we don't want to see happen next. We are not forced to believe in something that we do not want to see happen next. If you allow what's taking place or what has taken place, if you allow that to convince you that that will be your next reality, it will become your next reality, but not because it has potential of its own, no, but because you have decided that that is a possibility for you. By you choosing to believe that that is a possibility, or just by believing that it's real, just by believing it's real, you automatically consider it to be a possibility to yourself. See, that's, and even though it's something that's unwanted, this is exactly how we create by default. So one of the other is going to happen. Either you're going to create deliberately by setting your intentions in motion, by verbalizing the desires of your heart. I'm talking about in a deliberate, well planned out way. I don't care if you have to write it down and then speak it. You know, you might be in a position where you're just ready to just speak it forth from your heart. I want to see the friendly universe realities play out in my life all day, every day. See, I didn't have to write that down. You understand? That's something that I want, okay? And what we don't want does not have to be a part of your experience, even though it's taking place all around the world, everywhere, in everyone else's experience. It doesn't have to be yours. That's the beauty of this. See, with everybody attracting unto themselves, that means nobody else has the power to nilly-willy assert a negative situation into your experience. If any negativity is jumping off in your experience, it's because you're a vibrational match to it somehow. How are you a vibrational match to it? Just by you believing that the hostile universe is a potential reality to you, you made yourself a vibrational match to it. If it sounds like I'm fussing to you, that's not what I'm doing. I'm not fussing to you. I'm not fussing at you. This is how passionate I am about what I have learned, what I know to be true. And when you turn your attention and your focus, because it's going to keep presenting itself to you. The negativity and the hostility of the world is going to keep presenting itself to you. But as long as you decide, that ain't next for me, the friendly universe reality is next for me. That's all you got to keep doing, baby. That's all you got to keep doing. Turning the other cheek. Turning that way. You're taking it off of this and you're putting it over here. And this is going to be my next reality that I want to see happen next. Whatever took place in the past has no power to nilly-willy assert itself into your next experience. If what you're looking at in the past is keep popping up in your experience, it's because you're focused on it. That's the only reason. And you take your focus off of that stuff and you put it on what you want to see, and put it on there more and more, and be more and more intentional about what you want to see, and watch what starts to happen. I'm David J. Dill, host of the Soul Side Talk Show. Come back and check out another episode. We're going to talk about this some more. All right. Peace, and may the Lord richly bless you.